Good morning, everybody. I'd like to welcome y'all to the Tony's Journey YouTube channel, Daily Reader Podcast, where we read from a daily reader or a devotional, and we learn tools and principles, including but not limited to prayer, meditation, and breath work that will help us to stay more present in our lives and to live better lives. We meet on here Tuesday through Thursdays Tuesday through Fridays at 7 a.m. and Saturday through Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to this channel for content and podcast episodes. I want to apologize, y'all, being a couple minutes late this morning, dealing with some stuff with my grandmother this morning, so I actually lost track of time. But here we are. We're rock and rolling. So y'all go ahead and find a stopping point this morning in whatever you're doing, and somewhere that you can be safe and get comfortable for the next, probably 10 minutes or so while we do the relaxation portion. We usually run about, probably about 20 minutes on this podcast total. That includes the reading as well. So if you're new here, just to kind of give you an idea on that. All right, so go ahead and light the candle this morning. Okay. Y'all remind me to put it out. I think I forgot to put it out the other day, so if I forget, y'all can in the comments. If it looks like I'm about to miss it, I do my best, y'all. It's a lot of things. Everything's kind of evolving and changing right with the podcast. So I'm trying to keep it exciting for y'all. At the same time, I want to always do my best to provide as much value as I can. So, all right, we should be somewhere now, to stopping point, somewhere safe. It's been, a couple minutes, so we'll go ahead and get started. Y'all go ahead and actually today let's do an open eye. We're gonna do an open eye one today. So just go ahead and take some slow, deep breaths, breathing in your nose and out your mouth. And yeah, just focus on the lighting and the sounds on the screen today, including the sound of my voice. Just welcome that into your relaxation. Also known as mindfulness. We're just being mindful, y'all. That's what we're doing. We're being more mindful and present, which I consider that really the same thing in our lives. Just notice the colors, shapes of those colors, the music here from my projector. Continue breathing. Breathe in your nose, out your mouth. right. One more breath. And then we'll do the short version of the Serenity Prayer today. So just take it in deep, in through your nose, breathe deep as you can, and on the out breath, just let it out audibly, releasing any other tension that you might be holding on to, consciously or unconsciously, by the way. You may not even realize you're holding on to it. But this will release it. I'm actually going to cut the music off. I think maybe it could be a little bit distracting for a reading, and the lights as well. Actually, I think that's probably a good idea. We'll just use that for a relaxation process. Okay, let me turn the light a little bit, get brighten it up here though with some other lighting that I have. There we go. Actually, that's just kind of reflecting a little bit, isn't it? Let's see if I can do something else with this light. Y'all give me a second. Not high enough up. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better anyway. Helped out some, I think. All right, so August the 6th, when my home group started an Alateen meeting, they asked the two youngest Al-Anon members to be sponsors. I was one of them. My group thought that because we were closer to the teens' age, we could relate better to them. I didn't even like teenagers. However, my sponsor taught me to always say yes to service. An amazing and sometimes painful journey awaited me. I soon found that I didn't dislike adolescents. I was just afraid of them. Most of my fears arose from the fact that I had never allowed myself to be a teenager, so I felt I didn't understand them. My adolescence was spent hiding from the world and the chaos created by my mother's drinking. I didn't socialize, date, or even rebel. I just hid. Listening each week to young people still coping with addict parents stirred up all the feelings that had scared me into hiding. As I continued to sponsor the teens and learn about my feelings, Al-Anon gave me the strength to face my childhood honestly and the wisdom to see other options besides isolation. I went through many changes in a short time. This is hard, y'all. Give me a minute. Yeah, this one's really speaking to me about a lot of my childhood, living with an alcoholic stepdad, and a lot of things that I did. Just get a little emotional, so y'all bear with me. I went through many changes in a short time. My behavior was a lot like a teenager's. I questioned everything. Fortunately, the emotional roller coaster ride was short-lived. Thanks to traveling belatedly through my teen years, I now have a much better sense of who I am. I don't know how much I helped the Alateens, but I know how much they helped me. Thought for the day. Opportunity for growth can come from the most unexpected places. All I really need is willingness, courage, and an open mind Alateen allows me to rewind the tapes to my own teenage years. That's from a guide to Alateen sponsorship, page 20. Y'all give me a minute. I got to get some tissue real quick for my nose and my eyes. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Yeah, this one, like I mentioned, really speaks to me because a lot of my childhood, several years at least, I don't know how many years for sure, but at least 3 years, minimal. I did isolate a lot. I hid because I didn't want to be around my alcoholic stepdad. So a lot of times I did go out in the woods. I spent days in the woods, y'all, like days. I would go out and camp like 2, 3, 4 days in the woods. Have fun, spend time in the creek. Had friends come over, they knew what was going on too, so we hung out. That was good. So I didn't always isolate by myself. Sometimes I had friends that would come over and hang out with me. And that really helped me during that time that I had to live in. And then some of the sexual abuse that I had too. I didn't really hide during that, I don't believe, but it was mainly during my alcoholic stepdad, being around him and stuff. Yeah, and I didn't, it says I didn't allow myself to be a teenager. I don't agree with this fully. I did really have a good time a lot when I was a teenager. But I do think I grew up too fast. Like I seen and heard a lot of things that I shouldn't have at 13, 14, 15 years old, right? It was just too much at that time for my age. So I don't believe that, I don't know, like I think there's probably there's some of that, right? I think there's some of that in there. Because I did start working, I think I started working at like 15. And I don't know if it was I wanted to work, or I think I had to work just to stay away from the abuse that I was dealing with in the home with my alcoholic stepdad. I think that was probably what it was. So I matured at a very young age, I'll say that, right? I think I was really mature probably at 14, to be perfectly honest with y'all. So I think I probably missed a few years there working, and I was volunteering at EMS, fire, law enforcement, volunteering, but I think a lot of that was because of the stuff going on in my household. I didn't want to be around, right? So I stayed at the fire department a lot. I did stay by myself a lot at the fire department. I do remember that, right, y'all? So there was a lot of isolation there. So, like I said, some of that's good, some of that's not good. I think isolation's okay to a certain point, to a certain extent. It's okay to be alone, to be with God. We're never alone, right, y'all? I want you to understand out there. You are never alone. I don't care how alone you feel. Just because you feel something don't make it true, right? Feelings are not facts. So, but I really did feel, a lot of times I did feel alone when I was a teenager. I had a God that was like punishing God at the time. Thank God I don't have that anymore. And it was really hard to even connect with God for me back then, right? So, but anyway, y'all, trust y'all got a lot out of that. I definitely did. I'm probably I need to go back and look a little bit more at some of my childhood stuff. I've been doing that, but I need to look a little deeper at some other things and explore that, right? Get into exploring a little bit more of that and looking at it some more. So, but y'all go out there. Y'all make it a great day. I'm gonna go ahead and blow out the candle this morning here. Look forward to seeing y'all again tomorrow, bright and early. And as always, y'all, peace and love. Bye for now.